Um, because Mexico is, for us, one of the most important countries to play, because fans, they're so passionate, we have a great relation with Mexican fans, and as the tour schedule looks the way that we tour very much in North America and Europe in the beginning with the album, and Latin America will follow later, we wanted to include some shows in Mexico for the start as well.
And Mexico has really special place in our heart.
Bueno, primero para nosotros México es un país muy especial. Los fans aquí nos quieren muchísimo y son muy apasionados, tenemos una relación muy especial con ellos. Y cuando empezamos a planear esta gira, decidimos que íbamos a ir primero a Norteamérica, luego a Europa y que Latinoamérica vendría después, pero decidimos que era muy importante por la relación que tenemos empezar esta gira, ya que vamos a ir a los Estados Unidos después con un par de shows en México, y por ahí dicen, además los fans mexicanos tienen un lugar muy especial en nuestro corazón.
Hi. Quisiera saber por qué eligieron trabajar con Gavin Rossdale y Lombardo, y a diferencia de los otros discos, por ejemplo con Nina Hagen, ¿qué diferencias hubo en el trabajo con otro artista?
Why did you decide to work with Gavin Rossdale and Mr. Lombardo, and what's the difference with the records that you did before with Nina Hagen and such?
We had a bunch of songs for this album. You know, we obviously thought we want to make vocal songs, and when we were starting to think possible singer for the song End of Me, suddenly we remember Gavin, because we made a remix for Bush in the end of the 90s. So we were very familiar with his sound and his style, and suddenly we were, okay, let's ask what's Gavin doing, you know, if he would be interested to make a song with us. And we were very happy for that. And I think the difference between old times making collaboration, if you talk about collaboration, if you mean that, is that in Cult, Reflections albums, we had always instrumental songs, and then we wanted to redo those songs with vocals. But later on the last albums, we always wanted to write vocal tracks, you know, to be collaborated, and not like planning that, okay, we don't know is this song going to be instrumental or vocal track. It's been more like, let's make vocal songs with singers. So the approach has been more focused on, okay, this is a song we want to have a collaboration.
La verdad que al principio de este álbum teníamos un grupo de canciones bastantes y queríamos buscar cantantes para ellas. Conocíamos a Gavin Rossdale de hace tiempo, porque antes habíamos hecho un remix para él y conocíamos cómo se trabajaba con él y estábamos familiarizados con su voz, así que decidimos que la canción que cantamos con él para el álbum era la más indicada para su estilo de voz, y le preguntamos qué estaba haciendo y le encantó colaborar con nosotros. En referencia con los otros discos que hemos hecho, por ejemplo, que tú te refieres con Nina Hagen, antes hacíamos canciones instrumentales, hicimos quizás esta funcione, quizás esta no funcione, para tener una voz encima. Hoy en día y en estos dos últimos álbumes, lo que hemos hecho es que de verdad hacemos un track para la voz, escribimos una canción especialmente para que tenga una voz, al contrario de otros álbumes donde tratábamos de integrarla de alguna manera, pero no estaba escrita para hacerse con una voz. Esa es la gran diferencia.
Hola, buenos días. Tengo entendido que el grupo la banda sentía un fuerte compromiso por el disco anterior, el éxito que habían alcanzado, y que para este material nuevo no sabían ni cómo iban a hacer su proceso creativo. Me gustaría saber cuál es ese proceso y cuánto tiempo les llevó elaborar esta producción.
It's been said in the past that you felt a lot of pressure because of the great excitement and the great success you had with your previous album, and that gave you a lot of pressure in your creative cycle to start this album. You didn't know where to start, where to put your hands. So how did you create this new album after the success of the previous one, and how much did it take you to do it, and how did you come to it?
Actually, we didn't feel so much pressure because of the success of the album. Instead, we felt more pressure of time cycle, because we were touring. We played more than 200 shows in Worlds Collide, and in North America in the United States, it was kind of our first album. So it was obvious that if we want to continue there, we need to have a follow-up with the album in a certain time frame, you know, that we can't wait for 4 years or 5 years to get to the album. So the pressure was more like being exhausted from the tour and then to get songwriting started. But it was not so much related to the success, you know, of the Worlds Collide album, the pressure. We tried to avoid the pressure.
And I think it was kind of a thing that after Worlds Collide, we felt that we had so much to improve, especially on instrumental tracks. So we were feeling that we can give so much more, and we were really passionate to do that. So there was no pressure. It was rather being eager on doing things better.
No era tanto una presión referida al éxito, a superar el éxito que habíamos tenido con nuestro anterior álbum. Más que nada fue una presión de tiempo, porque hicimos una gira con 200 fechas y era una cuestión de cómo incorporar, cómo hacer, encontrar tiempo para hacer ese álbum. Por otro lado, tuvimos mucho éxito con ese álbum en Estados Unidos. De cierta manera, para nosotros fue como si fuera nuestro primer álbum en el mercado norteamericano. Entonces, no podíamos esperar otros 4 años para hacer otro álbum, porque para ellos habíamos tenido tanto éxito que se necesitaba hacer algo rápido. Entonces, y también tratamos de mejorar nuestros arreglos instrumentales para este álbum. Queríamos superarnos de alguna manera en ese sentido y eso fue también algo que nos presionó de cierta manera, superarnos a nosotros mismos en cuanto a nuestro proceso creativo y en cuanto a nuestros arreglos instrumentales.
Por acá, comentan que han transformado la manera en que componen sus discos. Pregunto si es a partir de Worlds Collide y por qué es que ahora hacen canciones con la intención de que sean vocalizadas, si es porque son más populares y en ese sentido, ¿qué tan cercanos se sienten a su formación clásica o ya no?
It's obvious, as you have said, that some of the process of creating your songs has changed from Worlds Collide, from the composition of Worlds Collide, and they're asking if it was because you found out that tracks with vocals work better in the market. And have you strayed away from your classical training and the classical apocaliptica, or are you all, you know, very far away now from where you were at the beginning?
Actually, it's time compared to Worlds Collide, for example. In Worlds Collide, we had a lot of instrumental tracks, but we were not quite sure are they going to be instrumental or vocal tracks. And this time we started writing with vocal tracks because it was obvious we want to do a collaboration with great people, and we want to get those down first because that's the most time-consuming process, you know, to approach people, check out the timings, and you know, see which songs are going to happen. And then we decided, okay, we have the great vocal tracks, and let's make the instrumental music to be something totally different than it used to be. And we have kind of reference with cult albums, that the compositions are more free of pop music or rock music structure, that they can be more progressive, more symphonical, and I think that's something which we capture